So when I set up my board, it was set up because I was doing more tasks rather than projects. And I needed to be able to track where all of my team was, as well as myself or the entire department. So I created a box for each person, and then these are the things that we want to do or that we know are coming down the pike in future. And then these are the areas where we are actually working on specific items. And then a little kudos spot is whenever we get to move it from the in process to the completed area. And this is also going to help me when I do evaluations, because I'll have all of the major things that were done by each of my team throughout the year. And then my favorite section is my blocked section, because we all have blocks that happen. So if it's a money block or an administration block, or I'm waiting on a network type or a server configuration, I can't be in process working on it until that area completes. So I move the Post-its and then move them back when we're ready to continue working.
Wow, this is really awesome, Peggy. So does the team give you feedback in pieces, or do they meet all at once? How does it work?
I have weekly meetings with each team member, and we go over their areas. We do try to have monthly powwow meetings, just so everybody, perhaps Michael's at an area, he needs a new thought, and Joel has an idea of a way that he could do something. So it's just a way for us to, at that time, bounce ideas off of each other.
I love it, Peggy. And now what happened? When did the epiphany come? Because you were in the class and you showed how this stuff, we showed how this stuff was used, but you got a different brainwave. What triggered that?
So we kept talking in the class about how projects just go on forever, but in order for me to do this, it had to have a start and an end. And most of what we do was task oriented, and I kept thinking, does the Kanban board work? And then I just was like, oh, I can take it, because I believe I saw blocked in one of the things during the class, and it just made sense that we could have these sections, and it didn't have to be one board with everybody jumbled. By separating it by blocks and colors, I can easily keep track of who's working on what.
Absolutely. And this is really ingenious, because we can see you've got the to-do and you've got blocks for each name, and then those blocks are repeated as you move through. So it's very easy to keep track. I can see some color coding. Can you explain that?
The color coding here?
Yeah, like
so it's not as good as I want. I wanted a big bright red, because this is like the most important thing that I need him to be working on, and then moving on to some of the others. But encrypting the lab machines isn't vital. They sit here. They're not being carried out. Where the log off issue, I even wrote top priority, because the systems, we need to address that in a more timely manner. So
brilliant stuff, Peggy. So for the friends in the class, if you're going to give them a final piece of advice on how they can use this, being aware of how many different ways there are to manage projects at TTU and the variability in the work done, what advice would you give?
Find what works for you. I tried the task managers. I tried Teams, utilizing the different things to help me, and I would do it for a little bit, and then I would not open it, and then I was behind. I didn't know where everybody was. So you have to find the method that's going to work for you. I had this board, and it was doing nothing. And now it is a useful tool within my office that I use on a daily basis.
Wow. Thank you very much, Dr. Jones. We appreciate your contribution, and congrats on your recent doctorate. Yay.
Thank you.